Okay. Oh, that's beautiful.
This is probably the front because it's got more stuff going on.
Tell us something about what this latest piece of work here.
This is called Window Rock, a Love Affair, and which I didn't know it was going to be a love affair, but I knew that I was carving these Gothic arches into this mountain, let's say, of stone, and then what evolved on this side was this vine growing very caressingly up the side of it. And then what evolved beyond that was this sort of nurturing, protective bird-type head that is kind of nurturing some of this. And so really there's a love affair between this vine creature and the mountain. And you imagine, all the vines, all the plants that grow onto things. They grow onto the rocks. They grow, they grow on things often, or they're in the soil, and they're loving the soil. In this case, for all the hiking that one does, you see all these relationships between plants and the earth. They're either gripping onto them, or they have a relationship of some kind. That's what this is about.
Can I ask you? Can you turn it for me? And
sure.
And about how heavy is this piece, and what type of marble is this?
This is Colorado Yule marble. It's an excellent carving marble.
From Colorado.
From Colorado.
Oh my
Actually,
goodness.
The town of Marble, Colorado.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm guessing it's probably 600 pounds.
Do we have time that you could show us some of the other materials you work in, including more Colorado marble?
Sure. You want to come over here and look at this one?
Yes, please.
This one's called Waterfall. This is Waterfall. And this also is Colorado marble. And this is, it's about a waterfall, but it's about 3 generations of whatever you want to apply to that. But you've got sort of the active generation, the current generation right here. In the background here, you've got sort of the more diminished, older generation. And then coming out of here, you've got the new baby generation, and you can see sort of a baby's bottom right here. So it's a waterfall with a baby's bottom being caressed by the landscape.
There's so many hidden stories behind these pieces, and a lot of mystery implied I see in your work. I'm just going to take a little tour of what you have here, and feel free to interject at any time if you want me to pause. Because I think some pieces these are bronze, am I right? Or this
is marble again.
Marble.
And there's a side view. This is Roman numeral 1. I'm calling the column a Roman numeral. And uno is 1 in Italian.
Wow.
And he's a long beard with roses carved into here, into the bottom.
That's beautiful. You know, with you touching the piece, we can actually kind of get the scale and what size it is, which is so nice.
This is Dreamer. And this is about this woman who goes through the arches of the dream world, and she comes out the backside, and she blends with all the elements of nature.
Oh my gosh, what a great
So
surprise.
you've got fish going this way, and fish coming this way, and then she's into the water, which evaporates and rains down the mountains, and here you've got rain here, and rivers back into the sea. So it's a big cyclic dream sort of thing.
This is wonderful.
And this
Jim.
is Italian Carrara marble, but this is like, the bee's knees, really.
Wow. I'm going to pause it for a moment, and we'll pick up again in a second.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Again.
All right.
And here we are today at marblesculpture.com, and we're having a chat with the sculptor Jim Larson right here.
Hi.
Can you tell us some more about what's going on here in this these pieces right here? And I loved how you're showing us the surprises that are found when they're turned. Can we choose this one right here and
Sure,
try
this
it?
is called Springtime. And a lot of this has to do with, I carved this in Minnesota when I lived there, and I'll be moving back there shortly. And with you've got cabin fever, you've got spring fever. You know, after a long winter, people get kind of antsy.
Oh, yes.
On a lot of different levels, you might say.
Uh-huh.
And this is the sort of bull horns here.
Oh my goodness,
So this
look
is
at
sort
that.
of vaguely a bull's head,
Oh my goodness.
which sets the backdrop for the kind of the mood that people are in when they can't wait to take off their winter coats and wear, you know, thin clothes again and flirt. And so what we've got here is springtime. So you've got melting waters flowing down here, and you've got new leaves growing. And you've got back here, you've got three little bottoms here, which accentuate kind of the mood of the
Love
people
it.
in the springtime.
Love it. What a nice surprise.
And that's this piece.
Wow. Okay, let's go.
Ready for this one? This is called A Romance, and it's just very symbolic. And what you have, in most romances, you have two people. Sometimes you have more, or even less. But in this case, there's two people symbolized by these columns here, and they have a romance towards each other, with each other, which culminates in this column here. This is sort of where their romantic energies come together. And this shape here just symbolizes how they intertwine and come together, loving each other. And so these vines grow around, and these vines grow around this way, and they come out on this side, and you got, you know, they blossom into leaves. And
It so reminds me of a lover's knot.
Yeah.
It has the way it twists and the way that you've done it.
very much so.
Very much so about romance
Yeah, it's an
and freedom. I
abstract-
see a lot of energy in there.
Yeah,
Very open.
yeah.
That's wonderful. Does this piece
A
have a
Romance.
title? A Romance?
A Romance.
Thank you.
And this one is called Immigration Boat. And this is a simple symbol of all of the transcontinental and intercontinental, transoceanic, from sea to sea, lake to lake, traveling that all of our ancestors have done in order to get to a better place for whatever reason. And often it was by boat. And therefore this is the boat that symbolizes that. These three arches, little Gothic arches, to a degree can represent, say, religion, in that everyone brings their religion or their belief systems with them, their morals, their family values, and their life structure, and everything that their parents and grandparents, etc., had taught them. And these vines intertwine, and these leaves, when they come together and sort of caress each other, symbolize just how people meet. People going in one direction meet people coming in another direction. And so it's just sort of a background sketch of how a lot of us have come to be.
Do you have room to turn that a little bit more for me?
Well, it only turns this far because it hits the,
Yes.
it hits the wall.
Can we go the other direction just so we can get
Yeah.
I can get some different perspectives. Thank you.
And
Oh,
the
look at
base
that.
here is gold leaf and silver leaf. And it reflects, again, the three arches here are reflected in these arches down here. And of course the water symbols at the very bottom.
I love how you integrated
for the water.
the base, because this is marble,
Yeah.
and so often the base is neglected, which is, you've just completely integrated the base in the whole structure.
Yes, thank you.
Wonderful.
And it gives it a nice boost and a nice lift, and it gives it more, more presence.
Thank you, Jim.
It's a fun piece.
American sculptor Jim Larson at marblesculpture.com.